Welcome back to the channel, Upcyclers. We've got a graded card revealed today, but not just a graded card reveal. We've got cards that were all cracked and regraded from other grading companies, which is always a fun and interesting experiment. We're going to start with this pile. I bought a large lot, about 40 cards that were all GMA 10s of various Ken Griffey cards. My thought being I could sell some as is, crack some and send it. Some I would probably keep for my personal collection, some I'd probably resell, but there seemed like a lot of opportunity there. So let's see how we did. This is certainly not all of them. This was just a sampling of a few I sent. I've got a whole nother big pile over that way off screen that I haven't decided what to do with yet. So let's get to it. We have a 92 Stadium Club Members Choice that got a 9. Then we've got, let's move this to the side. Okay. 94 Upper Deck Griffey. Got an 8. 93 Donruss. That one got a 10. All right, we'll make a little 10 pile going up here. That looks terrible. We can do better than that. Okay. Anyway. 93 Score Select. Got a 9. So far, not doing great. I've actually had, and I've even mentioned in other videos, I've had pretty decent luck with GMA. And GMA cards can be really cheap on the secondary market. 97 Leaf. This is kind of a cool looking card. There's some parallels of this out there. I don't know how well it's coming across, but it's got some like chromium finish to it in the logo and stuff. That one did get a 10. 93 Triple Play. I thought this was an interesting one because of all the black borders. The borders look clean. They really did. And that got a 9. We've got 2 of these. This is the 92 Upper Deck. This is kind of that cool one where it shows the sequence of his swing. That got a 9. And that got a 9. So overall, not great on the GMA ones. That being said, we really didn't have to do that good because really a PSA 9 and a GMA 10, generally speaking, in my experience, I think are going to sell for about the same amount anyway. Now, of course, we did waste the money on grading fees, but we only needed to hit a few 10s to make it worthwhile. The whole 45 card lot I only paid a little over $200 for. And there's some cards I've already sold for, $5, $10 here. At that rate, I'm only averaging about a little less than $5 a card, something like that. So I really don't have to sell it for that much. But if I can get a couple of cards, either something I really want to keep for my personal collection or that I can sell in the, $50 to $100 range, I'm going to do just fine on this order. So there's the Griffey stuff. We'll set that off camera for a minute. Bring in this pile. This one was very disappointing. This I sent it a while back with got a CSG 10, and I'm not a Cal Ripken collector, but it was just a really cool card. It's the Stadium Club Chrome Gold from last year, from 2021. I pulled this out of a pack when I was opening some. In fact, if you go down, look at my videos a while back, you can probably even find the video where I pulled this. And it looked perfect. Sent it in, got a CSG 10, and yeah, they did not like it one bit. I'm actually tempted to crack and resend this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. This one was equally disappointing. I'm always keeping an eye out for cards in other, not as well respected, priced grading companies out there that are good liquid cards that should sell pretty easily and quickly to try to regrade and flip. I think that's a decent way to generate a couple bucks to finance the rest of this addiction slash hobby. So I found this one a while back. I think I paid between like 80 and $100 for it in a PSA 10. At least at the time, it was probably a $250 card. Seemed pretty good. Had the 495s, solid, looked good to the eye. And yeah, I think I might have got a grumpy grader on this order, I'm afraid. Okay. The 9.5s in the CSG, just like the 9.5s in the SGC, I also are ones I love to target and try to crack because they sell for quite a bit less. And I've had decent success in the past, and other people do too. If you watch other videos out there of crossing them over, it's like, feels like it's almost a guarantee of a 9. And, a decent amount of them do upgrade to a 10. This just wasn't one of them. And so I think we see a pattern going here. This grader was just really hard on these cards. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get a hard grader, sometimes you get an easy grader. It shouldn't be that way. It's stupid that it's that way. And if it wasn't for, the crazy back assward resale market of how PSA graded cards are, I wouldn't send cards to PSA because I really don't think that they do a very good, consistent job. But the market speaks and I listen. Here's a Cronenworth blue auto. I was trying to sell this for a while and wasn't moving in the HGA slab, so I crossed it over thinking I had a good chance at a 10, and of course not. Here, I actually pulled this one out of a pack. There might even be a video of it. I don't recall if I filmed or not way back when. This is the second year Cup card Otani from one of the pink packs that came in the value packs of the 2019 Topps Chrome. Here's the CSG 10, and it crossed over to a 10. Great. As a big Padre fan, I do always like to collect and gather up deals when I find them on Padres prospects. But then when they become not Padres prospects anymore, I will sell them and move them on. So I was gathering up quite a bit of Hassel stuff, and he's not a Padre anymore. And that also crossed over to a 10, so that's a nice one. Hassel Pro Debut Auto. This is a cool one. I had this one in this lab for a long time. I might have even sent this to HGA myself when they were a relatively new company to try them out. This is the image variation of the Harper rookie. And it did cross over to a 10, which is awesome. So I really think when you're talking about this crossover thing, the name of the game is, having cards that are of good enough value that you will break even or maybe lose $5 when it crosses over to, a 9 or in sometimes even an 8. And then you're going to be making a decent amount of profit or just increasing the value of the card if you want to keep it, of the ones that hit 10s. So, and I'll tell you that I've done this enough times now that sure, if you can get a good deal on a GMA 10 like over here, or ones that are already in, air quotes, gem mint condition from another grading company, sure, I think that does give you a slightly better chance of it crossing over to a 10. But honestly, I've had plenty of 9s from other companies cross to 10s, 9.5s and stuff cross to 10s that I think, honestly, like the Beckett 9s, because it has that silver label, they just don't sell well at all. Those are some of my favorite ones. Well, they're my least favorite to crack because cracking open a Beckett slab is just the worst. But apart from the physical act of cracking open the slab, I feel like I do pretty well on those, monetarily speaking. Okay, here is a Julio Ruby from Museum that is numbered out of 50. This was a 9.5. I bought it like this because I thought, you know, I was going to be in. I honestly, I'd probably even profit. I got such a great deal on this. It was an eBay auction that just went way too low. This would cross over to, I'd be fine at a 9. Honestly, anything, 8 or 9. I could probably crack this out raw and sell it for more than I paid for it in the CSG 9.5. But hoping for a 10, and I got crushed with an 8. So actually, I very well may crack that out and sell it raw. I might. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. Here is a CSG 9.5. This one I actually pulled myself, and similar to the Ripken, and sent it into CSG when I was learning about CSG, last year. But I decided to sell it. It wasn't moving, so I cracked it, and it crossed over to a 10. I can almost guarantee that's going to make it easier to move. Okay, same thing, CSG 9.5. This is a little bit more my Robert Hassel stuff. I've sold some of it. I've got some more to sell, but we're slowly liquidating that stuff. CSG 9.5 crosses over to a 9, which is a bummer. Sapphire first like that extra gem makes a big difference. So like here is a CSG 10. I believe I sent this one in as well. And it crossed over to a 9. So just look at this inconsistency. I mean, I know it's a subtle thing, but look, a 9.5 goes to a 10, and a 10 goes to a 9. They're both ultra modern. They're both baseball. They were both part of the same order, both reviewed by the same grader. Obviously, he didn't know that. They were just raw cards to him or her that did the grading. But, just like with everything, the inconsistency of the human element of all this stuff, it really is not a whole lot different than ripping packs. If you need that sort of gambling itch scratched, honestly, you're probably better off sending cards in for grading. And now that they have that new PSA app where you can view your cards and kind of like slide and flip them over, it at least for me, it does scratch that same itch as ripping packs, and it's probably a much more controllable financial way of doing these things. So anyway, that's the order. Let me know what you think below. I want to know, tell me your own stories about crossing things over. I'm really trying to gather as much data and experience of crossing cards over and cracking and stuff, because I really think there's a significant opportunity in the fact that the PSA slabs just sell for so much more on the secondary market. I think that is a major opportunity for creating value and adding money back into your fund to buy other stuff to finance the hobby. So, and of course, as always, if you enjoy this kind of content, please do like and subscribe. I'd really like to get to that 1,000 subscriber level where I could monetize the channel, and each one of these videos, if I can make 20, 30, $50 off a video, I can put that back into doing more grading, buying more products to rip, so I can make more better videos for you guys. So yeah, please do, like I said, like, subscribe, ring that bell like they say. And of course, check me out over on Instagram under the same name, the San Diego Upcycler. And yeah, thank you very much, as always, for taking the time to watch my video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have a good day. Take care of yourself.